Subscribe to my channel.
Okay guys, welcome to lesson 6. all right, if you are just turning into this channel, please subscribe guys, please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe guys. Now one thing I want us to get is this: most of us that visit the channel, we are learning, commenting, and we are not understanding the method of the subscription. Please, the button you see down with subscribe spelling on your right, please, you can just click on that button. All right, it is free of charge once you have internet facility on your phone. Once your phone is connected to the internet, they won't take anything from your phone. All right, they won't take any cash from your phone. Please subscribe guys, please subscribe. Now today we'll be looking at lesson 6. all right, lesson 6, we promised to do a small project. all right, the small project we said we want to do, we want to create a card. all right, we want to create a click counter app. all right, or click counter app. all right, so we'll call our HTML document first. For the title, we'll say click counter app. all right, now in the body of the HTML document here, we want to make our h2 and say click counter. all right, and get out of this and say, and make a paragraph tag here and say you click, and then we want to create a span here, and then for this span, which I want to close it. Good. Now in this span, we want to give it a ID. all right, so the ID will be count. Now in the span, we want to indicate a value there. We'll say 0. okay, after saying 0 within the span, and then we'll come here and say times. Okay, telling you how many times you have clicked on this identical button. all right, that will be creating there. Okay, so if we come down here, we find a way to create a button as well. Now so the button here will give you an on-click function, or on-click function saying INC, saying increase. Let's use increment. all right, increment. Good. Now after doing this, we want to say click me. all right, good. We save this. After saving this, if I go ahead and run this into the browser, this is what we see. all right, now if I click on this, nothing happens. If I click on this, nothing happens. all right, nothing gonna happen. If I click on this, nothing gonna happen. all right, so but we want to put up little interactiveness. okay, we want to put up something that will make this our work more interactive. all right, now so times, we'll put space here, put space here. Good. Now so if we come here, we want to say strip here. Now in this JavaScript here, we want to write some things here that will help this entire page to be interactive. all right, we won't just be clicking it and it doesn't want to perform any action. It doesn't want to show all what it have. all right, so as we click on it, we want it to do something for us. So the first thing, we'll declare a variable here and say let count, assign a value to it, which is 0, and then after assigning a value, we want to call a function. Okay, for this lesson, do not worry. all right, when it comes to function, okay, in further lesson we'll be discussing function, but as you're doing it, just consider doing as you see. all right, now after saying let count equals 0, we're going to call the function and say the function, the name of the function should be increment. And after saying increment, we want to say the expression, or what we are not giving any argument of function, but the entire return statement of our function should be count positive positive. Now after saying count positive positive and close this, we want to assign, tell it where to go and trigger. all right, we want to say document dot get element by ID. All right, now in this space here we want to put this count. We want to copy this count and bring it there. All right, so we'll come right here, says count count. Okay, now we said get element by ID. All right, now you are seeing the ID here. Okay, so please do not be confused. Now the next thing we want to say dot inner text. Dot inner text should be equivalent to the variable count. Okay, we can now close this. Now after closing it, when we save it, now let me explain the code. We will go back to our browser and I will come back and explain the entire code so that you can know what I'm saying. All right, now if I come to the browser, refresh it, and then if I come to the button here, all right, the click me button, when I click it one time, you see the value of 0 have turned to 1. If I click it twice, it turned to 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let me increase it from the HTML portion so that we can know what we are playing with here. So I'll change this to H1. Good, and change this to H1 as well and save it. All right, now if I come up here, refresh it, good, this is what we have. All right, now if I come and click on it, you are seeing it clearly, the value is changing. All right, the value is changing. It will continue to increase. It will continue to increase. It will continue to increase once I click on this click me button. All right, once I click on it, it will continue to increase. All right, this is just a click counter app. All right, the more I click, it will tell me how many times I have clicked the identical buttons. All right, so let's go and understand the code. All right, it's not just about putting it together. All right, but we need to understand the code. Now we wrote a bit of HTML here. We have our H1 tag here, our H1, our H2 tag here, just telling us a counter, click counter. This is it, and then we have our H1 saying you click 51 times. All right, now if I try to get a clear understanding of our JavaScript code here, it will be, we have a H1. In this H1, we want to separate this identical 0. All right, we want to separate. That's why we call this HTML element here called span. We use the span tag and then insert 0 into it, and then times is also connected with this paragraph. All right, but this span tag can be influenced or it can be overridden by the parent element. All right, the parent element is the H1. Okay, now we give the span tag or ID saying what count. All right, now because we only want this 0 to be affected, we don't want the entire things to be affected. Now we come down, we create our click button. All right, this is the button, and then the function that we build down here, all right, increment, is the function that we put here, telling it that anytime we click, right, we are saying on click. This on click function here, we are invoking it, saying anytime we click this button, what should happen. All right, what should happen now is what I stated within the function. Okay, so we say function. To declare function in JavaScript, you have to use the function keyword. Unlike modern JavaScript where it's ES6, you can use arrow function. All right, now but for this we are using the traditional method of function, the very broad and beginner method of function, where say function increment in the parentheses, and then we open this curly brace here. In the curly brace we say count. After declaring count here as a variable and equivalent to 0, we come down in the function and say that every time the function is called, every time the function is triggered, right, count should be equal to plus plus, which means count should be equal to +1. All right, 1 should add on it each time it is called, each time it is called. All right, those were things that we're discussing in lesson 4. Now after doing this, we want to express on which part of our web page it should be effective, which part of our web page the function should take place. All right, so we say document that get element by ID count dot inner text count. All right, now this IDE that is here is what I will find up here. All right, now we are telling it that the inner text of it should be equivalent, should no longer be 0, but rather it should be equivalent to this our variable within our script. All right, so if you do this correctly and you go over to your web page and you open into the browser each time you click the button, count going to change, count going to change, count going to change. All right, so let me just do a little styling here. So let me just do a little styling here so we can see what I'm actually saying. So we'll say start here, and here we want to invoke something. We want to call our count. This count, we want to change the color. I want to give it a color of red. All right, and come here and say save it. All right, after giving it a color of red, we save it. Now after saving it, if I open our work, refresh it, now you see count, the color count have turned to what? Red. Now if I click on it, you see the numbers start to change, the numbers start to change, the numbers start to change. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. This is our first ever JavaScript project in this lesson. Okay, this is our first ever JavaScript project in the lesson. Okay, so I hope that you learned something from it, and in further series we're going to be discussing with a breakdown of function, and we will be going through other things that are more and more essential for your learning. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe, guys. Please subscribe so that we can keep bringing you things like this. All right, the more you once you subscribe to the channel, everything that pertaining to the channel, all right, each time we upload content, you will be notified. Trust me, you will be notified. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. This is our JavaScript series, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. Please do not forget to make your comment. Please make your comment. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Subscribe to my channel.